Social media is speculating that Jess Hilarious seemingly confirmed she won't be the co-host of The Breakfast Club. She posted a story on Instagram calling out DJ Envy and Charlamagne after they said singer SZA is this generation's Mary J. Blige. She wrote, "These N-words trash. Envy, shut up. I know artists be pissed when old heads do this because now everybody negatively compares SZA and Mary J. Blige, and it ain't even her fault. I do think Jess Hilarious has a point about comparing artists. And do you feel she called them out over not securing her spot as an official co-host? Al, what do you think?
I don't know, but this is giving me stunt if you ask me. Sorry. I don't want to do too much. I don't want to say too much because Claudia, I know you have a very strong relationship with them there. And also if she's not there, I know that it's a possibility that you have a strong chance. So I don't want to be too graphic about what I got to say.
Speak your mind. They ain't call me.
So I'm just saying, it feels like a stunt to me. All this long drawn out, is she there, is she not? It's really easy to answer. I don't understand why an official statement has not been released. And it's just not making any sense. Even Charlamagne the God is being very coy. And what's the point of being coy? Like either she's there or she's not. Everything else outside of that, if you keep talking about it and you're not giving us an official statement, is for publicity in my mind. So, but I don't want to say the wrong thing. I want to keep my comments to a minimum until an official statement is made, because Lord know I put my foot in my mouth with the Nia Long situation, and I don't want to put that here. But you know what? I do want to be messy for a second, because T.S. Madison, didn't you and Jess Hilarious have a little spat on the internet a few weeks ago?
I ain't never spit or spat on that girl. I like her. I mean, we just had a disagreement with a couple of things, and and there were things that I did agree with her with. Just like I agree with her with comparing anybody to Mary J. Blige. I agree with that. Now, about her being the host of The Breakfast Club, sometimes we prematurely announce things and then it gets kind of wrapped up and tied up and tangled up and it doesn't happen anymore. But I will say this. People have to be very mindful of the things that they say about certain groups of people, because we don't know who sits where and how. We don't know who has family members when, where, and how. And we don't know who's actually posing as being true to themselves, who they truly are, and occupying positions of power. We have no idea who does those things. So, that's the way I feel about it.
This is, okay, what I do know about radio, because I do have years of experience in syndicated radio, okay, in local radio. Whenever there's an opening for a job, say a station in Houston knew they wanted me, the program director reached out, I said yes, we talked money. They know that they want to offer me the job. By radio, these laws that they have, these rules, they have to put an official posting out there, which the Breakfast Club did. They have to open it up to people to audition, even if they already know who they want. Even if they've already had conversations with the person that they want, and they open it up and it lasted a whole year. Because I think what happened when you like we're doing, when you rotate co-hosts, sometimes you're like, wow, even though this person might not be on our show in the future, they were really good. We had a great spike in ratings because they're, different energy. And it's like, it becomes fun and the audience is in on it. I think what happened, my opinion is, I think Jess was told that she got the job, because I think Jess is smart enough to know, she wasn't going to just make it up. I think she was told Charlamagne definitely loves him some Jess Hilarious, and she actually did a good job. I do think they need her and a political person for this going into an election year, but she definitely brought a lot of energy, and she's great. She's good at it. She fit in good with the guys. I think she announced it and messed up the rollout. Radio is very particular about how they roll out a new talent. They have to be the one to make an announcement. Like with NBC, I couldn't say anything until they announced it. So I think they still want her. I'm just taking, my theory is they still want her. Everyone's got to be like, oh my God, it ain't happening. And maybe she'll pop up. That could be a way. Maybe they're going to act like maybe this is a marketing thing, but I don't think they should. You know what I mean? Just like, I don't know how that's, I don't know. I think that's what happened. I think she spoke on it prematurely before the paperwork was all the way signed or before the rollout that they wanted to do. And they have to be quiet for a little bit. I do know Charlamagne is definitely upset because he really loves her. They work well together. And I think that says like little sis to him. I really do.
He manages her.
Yeah, he manages her. So But
I
if you
know.
don't hire her at Breakfast Club, I do have my mornings very much free. And
You see, I ain't been back up there no more.
you said what?
You see, I haven't been back up there anymore.
They
Oh, what
said it-
happened?
They
Oh,
said
since
they said they sick of co-hosts like rotating. They want their person, and that's it. Me and T.S. Mask gonna roll up. We just gonna show up. How about that?
Hey, Charlemagne.
Hey, real quick, we touched upon it real quick. I know this is not on the docket, but the whole period talk. Should we do that now, or do you want to do that another
We
time?
can, because people had the misconception that I disagreed with Jess. So I'm just going to lay it out right here. I didn't like the delivery of it, but the message was there were different choice words that could have been said in certain ways. However, she didn't take that route. But I feel like if you have nuts, like there's no way that you can have a menstrual cycle.
nuts, balls.
If you have nuts or balls, or have ever had nuts or balls, you can't have a menstrual cycle. You don't have the ability to do that. So when they were trying to say that I was, arguing at her and blah, 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 that was not what was going on. What I was trying to explain was that in the context of when she was talking about it, she made a blanket statement when trans men have the ability to have menstrual cycles because they were at one point female.
Got it.
It just didn't come out right. The verbiage didn't come out right. But
I think we're all still learning the proper terminology, and it's still a learning curve. So I think we're gonna have some missteps along the way. And I'm glad you said that, and I'm glad it's all good now because thank you as a cis-born woman. Thank you for saying that because sometimes it just gets a little. And I've always respected your stance on these things. All right, we got to